What's up, guys? So I just got the Nikon ZF in the mail. I didn't have any of those little dongles in my package, but I found one from one of my Fuji cameras, so we're going to be attaching the strap so I don't break this thing on the first day, which I don't think I will because this body feels really solid. It's heavy, it's all metal, it's got brass dials, and I'm really happy with the build quality. I'm actually not as disappointed with the grip as I thought I would be. So we're gonna actually test out some of the picture profiles on this camera. So this is the standard picture profile, and it's a little more saturated and a little deeper than the rich tone portrait picture profile. So I thought that rich tone would be a little bit more saturated, but this, I almost look a little bit like I do on Sony. I'm a little orange on the standard picture profile, but the colors are pretty nice. I think the green back there is a little bit oversaturated, kind of like nuclear waste green back there, but if I cut that out, the picture profile looks pretty good in the standard. This one's called Dream, so it kind of looks like an old Western. The grass is a little bit better. I almost kind of like that. It's kind of like a log profile, just warm. So now let's try walking with just the IBIS and the electronic stabilization, hand holding the camera. So far on the back screen, that looks pretty stable. Just walking through the grass, hand holding this. Let's try panning. Really nice dynamic range on this sensor. And I am filming this to a micro SD card because that's all I had that was completely empty. So I used this board specifically in the rain. Everything is already rusted and destroyed. If you watch my main channel, Michael Relevant, I talk more about this setup and having a rain setup in general, because I think it's a good idea for every skateboarder, because you never know when the skate park is going to just look like this.
Balanced approach. If I was using the HLG, the high log gamma profile, then I'd definitely have skin softening turned on, and that really brings...
What's up, guys? Today we're going to be comparing this crop sensor Sony with a Viltrox 27mm f1.2 with a full frame Nikon ZF with a 26mm f2.8. So we're at 26mm right now at f2.8, but on full frame. So can this compare to this Viltrox APS-C lens? The tripod is not tall enough for me, so I have to do the splits the whole time. But I'm really liking this camera. The ZF is awesome. So let's get out of the frame and let the autofocus recompose. It's pretty snappy. And it's back on me. We're in really low light here. So the full frame's got an advantage with low light because it's got a bigger sensor, but the Viltrox has got a pretty good advantage because it's f1.2 compared to 2.8. So let's switch over. So now we're over on the Sony at 27mm. Remember, this is a crop sensor, so this is a 40mm equivalent. So you're gonna get more background separation. It's a longer lens because this is a crop sensor lens. Look at that. This lens is so good. This is the best APS-C lens you can buy anywhere. This is what the ZF looks like. This is an awesome camera too. I am still waiting on the 40mm f2, and then I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison between those two lenses, and I think that's going to be closer to what this f1.2 is. But yeah, that's looking great. For some reason, I just look better in the Viltrox than any other lens I've ever used. At the frame where I'm actually saying the things that you can hear me saying, that is the Sony, and then the other one is the Nikon, or Nikon if you're from a different country. Yeah, the ZF, the Nikon ZF. What about one of the weird ones? This is called Pure, and I don't know what's pure about this. This is like fog. This should be like blue fog, London fog. It's kind of interesting. It kind of looks like I'm shooting in a log profile. So now I'm using the flat picture profile. I'm hand holding the camera, and we're actually using the electronic stabilization. So it's cropped in quite a bit. It really crops in with this electronic stabilization. And so you got IBIS. I just hit the strap with my hand. You got IBIS and the electronic stabilization on now. So that's what it looks like. And I'm using the internal microphone on this camera. I don't have the mic hooked up right now, so that's what the internal microphone sounds like. So I think I'd be better off with the 40mm in here. Be a little bit tighter shot, a little more background separation. I don't really want to show my entire car and like all the trash I have everywhere. Yeah, so this is the neutral picture profile. One thing that's kind of annoying me is there's little boxes around both of my eyes, and they're moving around at different times. And it's kind of making me dizzy looking at the screen, but this is a really nice screen. So this is the standard picture profile, and it's a little more saturated and a little deeper than the rich tone portrait picture profile. So I thought that rich tone would be a little bit more saturated, but this, I almost look a little bit like I do on Sony. I'm a little orange on the standard picture profile, but the colors are pretty nice. I think the green back there is a little bit oversaturated, kind of like nuclear waste green back there, but if I cut that out, the picture profile looks pretty good in the standard. What's up, guys? So this is the first clip that I am filming on the Nikon ZF. We're filming on the 26mm f2.8, and I do a lot of my shots in the car like this, so I wanted to see what it would look like for YouTube. I have a skateboarding channel. It's Michael Relevant. And a lot of my talking head shots are done in here. So what does that look like? So this is not a very big camera. A lot of people say it's huge. I mean, for my hands, it's not too bad. If you shot it like this, waist level, and flipped the screen out, you could get away with using this wrist strap and having no strap. Now I could get away with holding it like that, but I am gonna get a grip for this if I do shoot like a wedding or something with it. But it doesn't feel as bad as I thought it would. It's actually pretty comfortable with this small 26mm f2.8. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's got a big, nice viewfinder, really nice screen. So the build quality is excellent. So now we got it on the strap. Don't look at my green pants, they were free and they're comfortable. It's what I skate in. Check me out on Michael Relevant here on YouTube. It's my skateboarding channel. So yeah, I mean, I could keep this like over to the side under my armpit or something when I'm going in a store, going in a restaurant, and I think it looks pretty cool. Here's what you do. You throw it over one shoulder and you kind of hang it to the side while you're walking. That's so uncomfortable. So one thing I would definitely miss about the A6700 or the ZV-E10 is where it really just slows down that slow motion in camera. So I can film at 120 frames a second, but I'm not sure exactly how to slow it down in camera, or if that's even an option on this camera. It doesn't have like a slow motion mode on here. There's just the video, photo, or black and white photo modes there. So let me know if that's an option. I can look it up, I know, on Google, but just for this video right now. So the reason I got the 26 instead of the 28 is it's weather sealed, but it's not weather sealed if you don't have a filter screwed on the front because it does parachute in and out or protrude in and out, whatever the word is for that. So far I'm liking it. It's fun. I think this would be a fun street photography lens when it's kind of sprinkling like this. Now, I do believe that ND filter is going to change the colors, and I'm going to have to see if that messes with the white balance. But overall, it is a fun camera. I don't know if it is good enough to be my main camera. The colors look kind of green on the screen, but that could just be on the screen. Maybe I could change that. Maybe the white balance is off a little bit. I feel like Sony is right on with that white balance on the a6700 every time, without even trying, without setting a custom white balance. I don't want a camera that I have to set a custom white balance just for YouTube videos, because that would just be an extra step and I would make less content and get less stuff out there. So testing this out tonight, I totally disagree with every single review I've seen so far. The ergonomics and the handling of this is my favorite thing. I actually like the way it feels. The grip is textured in leather. It's comfortable. The autofocus is good. I like the dials and I like the way they work. I understand how the ISO can mess some people up, but I like it. I've actually really enjoyed the handling of this camera. The only thing I don't like right now is that it makes me look like a really ugly green-skinned monster. And yeah, maybe I can fix that with a black Pro Mist filter and messing around with the colors a little bit. But right now, I just look ugly. I look ugly in the camera. But besides that, it's a great camera and it works really well. Hopefully it doesn't make other people look ugly. I'm going to take some pictures of some models, some other people. So we'll see if they look just as ugly as I do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, scroll through my channel, check out my other videos, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching. So the Viltrox lens is better, but it's kind of inconvenient to carry this giant thing around. This lens is huge. Like, look at this setup. I could have done a side-by-side and said, can you guess which is which? You would have probably said the Viltrox was the full-frame camera if you didn't know anything about what the lenses would look like, and that it would be a tighter cropped-in field of view. But the full frame is lighter and smaller in this situation. So, yeah, this is the Sony with the Viltrox. It's looking good. Yeah, 1/50th of a second. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So the APS-C camera probably did beat the full frame camera in this comparison. but in a couple days when I compare the 40mm f2, it's going to be really close. They're going to look very similar, so stay tuned for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, scroll through my channel, check out my other videos, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching.